Today we are going to start our next part of this unit 3. The name of the poem is Lineage. What is the meaning for lineage? We can say ancestor. Have you heard this word ancestor? Who is an ancestor? So ancestor means a person related to you and who lived a long time ago. They are called as ancestors. This poem Lineage is about the poet's ancestors. This poem was written by Margaret Walker. She was an American poet and also a writer. She was born on 7 July 1915 in Alabama. The poet Margaret Walker dedicated this poem to all her ancestors, especially her grandmothers, who suffered and struggled a lot when they were at her age. They were known for their hard work, and the poet wistfully questioning herself why she is not like them. Now let's see the poem.
Now take page number 39, Poem-3, Lineage. My grandmothers were strong. They followed plows and bent to toil. They moved through fields sowing seeds. They touched earth and grain grew. They were full of sturdiness and singing. My grandmothers were strong. Now take page number 40. My grandmothers were full of memories, smelling of soaps and onions and wet clay with veins roughly over quick hands. They have many clean words to say. Why am I not as they? Written by Margaret Walker. Here the poet, who is the poet? Margaret Walker. Here the poet describes how her grandmothers led a life, how they lived their life when they were at her age. So, the poem begins with the poet description of her grandmother's strength, as they were extremely strong both physically and mentally. Now let's see the poem in detail. Take first stanza of the poem. My grandmothers were strong. They followed plows and bent to toil. Bent to toil. The meaning for bent to toil means they bent and worked hard in the field for a long time. They moved through fields sowing seeds. Okay. My grandmothers. Here grandmothers refer to whom? Yes, grandmothers refer to the poet's grandmother and their ancestors. Okay. When they were at her age, they worked in the agriculture field. They moved through fields by sowing the seeds. They touched earth and grain grew. Here touched referred to hard work. So this line says that her grandmothers worked hard on the field to make the grains to grow. They were full of sturdiness. Sturdiness means the meaning for sturdiness, strength. Okay. They were full of sturdiness and singing. So their strength allowed them to continue the work. And the song they sang on the field, which gives power and strength to complete their work. So my grandmothers were strong. This shows how strong her grandmothers were. Now take page number 40. Second stanza. My grandmothers were full of memories, smelling of soap and onions and wet clay, with veins roughly over quick hands. They have many clean words to say. Why am I not as they? Here the poet remembers how her grandmothers took care of their family. Smelling of soap says that they took care of their children, and the words onion shows how they worked hard in the kitchen by making the meals for their family, and the wet clay shows the hard work she did in the field. Quickly they completed all their works one after the another. The vein which is visible on their hands shows what a hard worker they were. They have many clean words to say. Why am I not as they? Here the poet says her grandmothers suffered and struggled a lot in their life Their lives were not destroyed by what they have suffered. It has become a part of their life and increased their strength. And she also says that there is no word to praise them. Now see the last line. Why am I not as they? Here the poet concluded that her grandmothers were strong. Why she does not have the same quality in her? So the question is raised by the poet.